And get there. I'm waiting for the YouTube lag. There it is. Alrighty, guys. Share this out. Get some things going, I guess. How's everyone doing? What's everyone been up to? Looks pretty dead so far. Everybody was over at Gary's show, it looked like, for a bit there, so I'm sure everyone will be starting to straggle in. Get that out to Facebook. How's that? OG Trav, what's going on? That's right. Like, comment, share, or dislike. I don't care. If you dislike, that means you took the time to get here to begin with. So thanks for the time. Just some OBS playing around, you know. Works pretty good. There we go. That looks better. All right, let's shut that page off and get this page going up. There we go. Oh, the stream current bit rate is slow. Well, dang. That's too bad. Unlimited vertical, what's going on? Let me get a link so people can join if they'd like to. Haven't had a lot going on around here. Weather is getting cold fast, and it's been rainy and miserable. I did do a 94-mile bike ride in the rain kind of weather this weekend. So this last weekend, whew, that was quite a struggle. I didn't know if I wanted to go or not, but we went. It was good. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Work. Recovering from blood clots. Trying to get the blood pressure under control. Seems to be doing pretty good these days. So back to work. Working on changing jobs. That's my next big change. Just try to get out of residential painting. Try to get out of the manual labor type work. Something a little less laboring. Hello, fellow. Random FPV, man. Ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, so just chilling, chatting. I have not heard a lot from anybody back in Facebook Messenger as to coming in tonight. So I don't know who's going to come in, but there's a Zoom link if anybody wants to join. Jackrabbit, nice to see you again. Maddie's back. Yeah, so I don't know how long we'll stream tonight. An hour or two, something like that. We'll see how it goes. If we go longer, we go longer. But yeah, it's been one of those crazy weeks. I've actually been taking more time off, not trying to push myself so hard at work because I don't know. I'm getting some aches in the legs again, and I don't want to agitate things and screw things up. So we did half day today, and tomorrow I may not make it in either. I got an interview tomorrow though, so it won't matter. Yeah, I need a career change. Yeah, I bet, man. Painting's rough on my body, brother. My shoulder can't handle it. Now my shoulder surgery's pushed off like 6 months or so because of the blood pressure meds and the thinners and shit. So can't do nothing there. My back's sore. I can't go to the chiropractor until the blood clots issues are all taken care of because she doesn't want to move anything or this or that. Or so yeah, I'm just like struggle with the pain and deal with it, you know. I ain't taking no pain meds. Screw that. That's just more crap to add to the body. So I've just been trying to take it easier, not push it as hard. So I took a half a day, and took me a nice couple-hour nap, elevated my feet with some heat pad under the legs and whatnot, try to work things through. And Is what it is. But yeah, trying to. So I applied to several cannabis companies. One of which they have a huge fenced off warehouse factory type building, and they're looking for handlers, they're looking for all kinds of management, and yeah, all kinds of different work. So I applied for a couple of those, and I applied for another one at a couple of compassion clubs around. So we'll see. Maybe I can get into something relaxing, more my style. Yeah, getting old and falling apart, right? At 50. It's too early for that. But, you know, so it happens when we beat ourselves up our whole lives. We didn't sit on the dole, we went to work. It was usually manual labor too, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm an adult now. Yeah. A product tester, there we go. I could do some product testing. Yeah. I'm about out of bud right now. I could use some product to test. Oh. But yeah, I mean, so a handler wouldn't be too bad. I mean, not sure what all it entitles, but that's what the interview for tomorrow was for. So maybe we'll go to work in the weed industry, legal, recreational, and medical in the state of Michigan. So there's lots of options in that particular area. Switch over to this, and Ed is coming through, I think. He's trying to get in here. So, Maddie, come on in and show us, talk about your flight, man. I was seeing that you just got done flying the Tiny Hawk 2, you addict. Just pushing packs now. Can't get enough of that FPV. 57 going on your third surgery in 2 years. Yeah, you're over it. Right. So I've had the clavicle surgery out here, and I'm waiting on the rotator cuff. I've got at least 3 of 4 tendons torn in my shoulder from the MRI. They don't know how badly they're torn in an MRI until they go in and look. But because I put on blood thinners now because of the clots that I got going on, they won't do the surgery until I've been off the blood thinners for 3 months.
So, here's always the scary part. Oh, we just want to go in and take a look. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not exactly
well,
like
I know they're going to do something in the shoulder.
Right?
We've gone to physical therapy like 3 times for the shoulder already, and done cortisone, and nothing's really. Yeah, they're going to do something when they go in for the shoulder. I'll bet. I keep hurting it more and more. I went out and tried starting a leaf blower the other day and pulled something in the shoulder. It's been sore for another week or so. Yeah, pull somewhere else, but everything's just pulling because it can't do its job the right way. So by the time I get in there in 6 months, they're going to do something for sure. They may replace my whole freaking shoulder by then. Who knows? But that's all right. I get into something else, man. I'll just get out of
it. Okay. I just want to say that. Okay. At least I made it to 62 before I broke the hell down.
Yep. That's
all I gotta say. Yeah.
This is a lot different than this.
Don't even
That's
go
what's doing the
there.
shoulder.
I mean, don't act like your job is that much tougher than what I was doing.
No, I'm just saying it's the
still
angle
manual labor.
It's the angle that you're working the shoulder that's tearing.
No, I get that.
Otherwise, I've got no issues except for the damn shoulder. Well, the blood clots.
Think electricians have to reach up their arms to hang a light fixture or whatever? It's hell, man.
Yeah.
It's worse for you in a way because it's repetitive. Yep. It's the same freaking brush strokes, whatever. I did.
Yeah, that's a
I did.
disadvantage of being skilled in your trade. In my trade, is you get the upper work and whatnot, so it tears your body up. If I could go back to rolling, I'd probably be good for a while. Just do the lowers and
Yeah,
roll, and I could jam.
it's funny when you say that because I did a short stint as a painter, and I was pretty damn good at cutting in, and that's where I got stuck doing was because I was
Yep.
good at cutting in, and that's hell on your wrist, your shoulders, all that.
Yeah, it total your elbow, shoulder, your whole anything you're using that brush hand for.
Yeah,
It
you're
just constant tearing it up.
reaching out off a precarious
Yeah.
ladder or
They
whatever,
said that my rotation of my shoulder, it's supposed to be from like 70 or something like that to like 90 or somewhere around there. Anyway, mine goes back to like 120 because of my work the way so I've just overextended and hyperextended my whole shoulder from doing my job. It is what it is. I'm not climbing down the ladder to move it fucking 3 feet. I'm gonna stretch that bitch out and keep going. I'm gonna go as far as I can while I'm up there. Joe Pool knows exactly what I'm talking about. Once you move that tall ladder, you only move it as little as possible. You stretch that shit while you're up there. And as you get older, you stretch a lot less, so you start moving more, and then it tears it up more. Yeah. Pulling wire sucks too. I did that stuff for different things. I did sound and lighting systems as a part-time stuff, running like the speaker wires and the speakers downtown, like Saginaw and St. Ignace and stuff like that, up on the poles and whatnot. And then we'd run wire in between for the Gus Macker tournaments and stuff, helping do that. And then when I'm doing stage crews during the summer volunteering, we're pulling all the long leads and everything out to the main house and all that kind of stuff back and forth. Yeah, I pulled a lot of wire too. Not as much as Ed. Ed's pulled a ton of wire, I'm sure.
Man, I don't even think about the shit I've been through, but I have some okay pictures, but what's funny is it's different now because now everybody has a phone, so you can grab a quick shot here and there, and it's pretty easy to do. But for so much of the crazy stuff I did, there was nobody around to hold a camera or whatever,
Yeah, nobody carried their Nikon with them to work. Yeah, cell phones have changed a lot of things with being able to capture life and as it happens.
Well, hey, Jackrabbit, I'm not exactly fat. I probably weigh 108 pounds right now, but I lost some weight when I quit working. But no, there were a couple fan electricians. Oh, I can't fit up through that scuttle hole. I guess Ed will have to go up into the attic. Do you know how many times I've freaking heard that? Holy crap.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a plumber or an electrician. I ain't going through all them damn crawl spaces.
Maybe remember the live commercials, Mike, where the live stereo were, let's let Mikey try it, see if he likes it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Ed
He hates everything.
Yeah. Let Ed try that attic out. Let Ed crawl into that damn house. I'm sorry.
What's going on, Crowley? Minnesota Paul in the house. Who else we got? Joan Pool in the house. Maddie's World here. Unlimited Vertical. Building up pretty good over here. Uh-oh. Is that Indeed? Indeed.
How you doing, Sean, at Mr. Crowley? Hope all is well with you, brother.
Indeed trying to get me to
broke down. See now, every time I feel down in the dumps or whatever about my current state, I think about Mr. Crowley because he's one broke down guy, You know, and it makes me feel bad for whining and crying, you know.
Yeah. There's a few people beat up out here. Don't matter. We know some people that run around in wheelchairs and fly drones and stuff, and here we're complaining about shit. Live their life.
And that's awesome. I mean, to me, again, and Sean has said it to me many times. Because you need to go out and fly more. It'd be great therapy, and it would be. I just need to get my ass out and do it. But I was so freaked out about, you know, the money situation, the rent, all that kind of stuff, and it literally took the wind out of my sails. Literally.
Well, you don't have a big support group around you, Ed. That's the whole thing. Your support group is this. Other than that, I know what your situation is. You know, you don't have a whole bunch of family hanging out over at your house or stopping by all the time or this or that or the other damn thing. Ain't nobody fucking giving you no help or saying, hey man, let me bring you a meal. None of that shit really. So yeah, it takes it just beats you fast. You know what I mean? You've got nobody to talk to or express feelings with or nothing.
Well, I mean, you guys have been my family forever, for
right.
At least a couple years, 3 years. The YouTube family, man, and they stepped up to the plate. I'll tell you that. And in different ways. I mean, there's people that like I had to GoFundMe thing going on, but
Bill.
It took me forever to get any money from that.
Haven't seen you since I closed my eyes the other night, Bill. Oh.
There were other people that just sent me shit through PayPal, and I had that money right away, and it was like, God bless you, you know. It was awesome. Hey, Dana, how are
you? Who's the new guy, he says. Nobody recognizes that all shaved and clean and keeping proper right now.
I only missed like a month, Mike.
Yeah.
And you weren't always there either. I mean, right. I know you were moving and shit, and that's a big challenge, so I understand, but I'm just saying you weren't for me. You weren't there on a Thursday, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I was busy doing a whole bunch of shit last fucking 2-3 months. Now finally getting back on my feet.
Well, we missed you, man. We missed you, brother.
Yeah. I miss Adam and Tim too. It seems like they've fallen off the edge of the earth these days. You know.
When's the last time you talked to Adam?
I talked to him here or there throughout the, you know, we're in a chat. Me and him and Tim are in a chat together. So I mean, we hit and miss here and there throughout the week, but not really conversated or anything. We ain't flown together in shit 4 months, probably most of the summer, it seems like. If not, I think we've only flown a couple times this summer together. I know I took off and left him here, and he's been working his butt off. He's working late all the time, so it makes it hard for him. By the time he gets out of work at 8 o'clock, it's already dark out. He goes to work before the sun's, you know, he's on the road getting to work as the sun's coming up, gets out of work and driving home in the sunset. So he ain't got time to do drones except for weekends, and he's got his mom there and she's keeping busy for him, I'm sure. So I haven't even talked to him about how she's doing lately or whatever. But yeah.
Well, Adam, we are all thinking of you.
Yeah, we need to like just all tag him. Everybody tag Plummet with the link to the YouTube channel and this Facebook Messenger.
blow his phone
We'll
up.
get his attention. Everybody in chat, tag Adam in Facebook Messenger with the link to the YouTube. We'll get him away.
I actually like that idea.
That's what I usually do. I'd send them a link earlier and asked if they were ready at like 5:30 or something. I was like, "You boys up for streaming tonight?" And I ain't heard nothing. I tagged them a link to the thing when I tagged the Prick's Nest up with the link, and I still haven't heard nothing from either of them. So I'm like, what the hell? Tim, he's probably over there freaking baked out of his gourd on fucking cookies. You don't even know how much he put in there, but they're strong, he says. Oh, what's going on, Marcel?
I just sent him a link. Oh wait, I need to call him a prick too.
Yeah, spam his butt. That's what I'm saying. It's at I'll be drone, not hashtag I'll be drone, Mr. Crowley. You get better results. I'm just saying.
Nano, I'll be drowned. If you're old, I'm
Buttons too close
Methuselah.
together.
Okay, I am Methuselah. There's only one drone flyer out there older than me, and that is Mitch.
Yeah.
It just got me by a bit. Oh, Polly has me too. Polly's older than me.
Yeah, there's another drone pilot out there, but he isn't very around much these days. He hasn't been around for quite some time. I built the drone for him way back in the day. He's probably got you and Mitch beat too. But I haven't seen him around. Richard Coggins.
Oh, Richard, I'm trying to think of what happened to him. He had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, he had a bunch of health problems going on, and he had like nurses coming in to help take care of him for a bit and whatnot. Last time I talked to him, he's doing better. He accidentally called me on his phone one day. He was trying to call some other mic, and he ended up hitting me instead. And he's like, "Oh, this is the wrong guy." I'm like, "Hey, it's good to hear from you, though." We talked for a couple of minutes or whatever, you know. And yeah, so he's doing better and whatnot. He's put out a couple videos in the last like 6 months, but they're like watching birds or this or that. He hasn't been doing any flying or anything. Just getting back to normal and trying to enjoy life or whatever, I guess.
Well, it is normal anyway. I mean, I know he used to do the fixed wings a
day-to-day
lot.
thing, doing what you want. That would be normal. Yeah, I don't know.
I think quads are easier than fixed wings, to be honest with you. It takes less room.
He's got all kinds of toys over there, though. I mean, he was doing, he said he built his first fixed wing airplane model in 1967. So you guys tell me how old, you know what I mean? He's up there, and he's still up there, you know, trying. He's still got a lot of toys from what I understand. But what's going on, Tim?
Thing is, most of the stuff you built back then, I mean, I built a few planes back then. You control for the most part.
Yep.
But I did build an RC one once. But it was all balsa wood and monocoque back then, you know, and gas engine. They didn't even have decent electric motors back then. They didn't have the batteries that could feed them or anything like that. So it was all gas. You got used to the taste of castor oil. Because castor oil is a major component.
Yeah, you got used to running from the words castor oil too. Castor oil, no, I'm not there.
You know what's funny is
X-Jet is older.
I remember hearing the old movies about, you know, apparently that was one of the go-to recipes if a kid was sick. was to give them a tablespoon of castor oil.
Yep.
And I gotten taste of castor oil just from spinning the props on RC planes and smoking a cigarette, and you get that taste in your mouth. It's like, I can't imagine drinking a whole tablespoon of that stuff.
YouTube keeps hitting you with strikes, Tim. Not claims, but actual strikes. I get claims all the time. I've never had a strike. Rigger, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Rigger. Hey, Tim UFO.
You have to fix fixed wings more than quads. That depends on how you fly your quads, though. I know guys that have to fix their quads every time they go out and fly them. Crowley's been there. It seemed like every time your fluey broke something.
Unlimited vertical. For my first RT plane was a U-Control from Kmart, I think. It had a Cox .049 engine in it.
Michael McReynolds, welcome in.
My parents had plastic wings that you rubber band on. But we had a big yard where I grew up, but it was long, it wasn't wide. So I had to really shorten the strings so it wouldn't fly into the borders along the yard. And so I get up and flying, and I'm like, I'm having to turn around too fast, you know. I started getting dizzy, man. And I passed out. The last thing I remember saying was the plane going straight up and then straight down. When I woke up, the wings were off. Whatever, but plane wasn't destroyed, just knocked the wings out. I don't think it ever flew again. It just wasn't fun.
Rigger said he went into town today, checked it out with Ruby. That's cool. Hopefully he gets some scope on some nice little fly spots around the area there. Some parks and stuff. New place, new start. That's cool.
How you win, Jumbie? How are you?
UFO Tim said somebody got butt hurt and keeps getting them strikes on YouTube. That's not fun. Yeah, Crowley. I don't do a whole lot of crashing these days myself, but man, I tell you what, I remember back in the day, I took 2 drones to work with me on lunch break. I went and flew them, and lunch break was only an hour. And by the time I was done with lunch break, I was replacing an arm on one and like antenna or something else. I broke both of them within like 15 minutes of each other. I was like, damn, I didn't even get like 3 batteries in that day. Ended up coming back. I was like, that's when I only had a couple quads though. Nowadays, I'm like, all right, I'll just grab another one. Slow busted ass public Wi-Fi. Yeah. I hear you. You got to find a good McDonald's, brother. Novice quads. Those guys. There's someone that's been doing some flying still.
Hey, Sean Crowley, if you're gonna break it good. Break it good, man.
Yeah. You break it now, it's not just dinging up a proper motor. You really smash them when you smash them when you get better at it, because you're pulling full on.
See, here's the deal, and I run through this with a couple of my crashes because I will tell you this right now. When you crash, the damage is not necessarily, doesn't necessarily poke you in the face. So I've flown a bird, crashed, whatever. Looked at, oh, looks okay to me. I just screwed up, crashed. And then fly it again, and then it just comes unglued. Well, you obviously broke something. Something was obviously weakened already. But when you went out there and did a hard maneuver, you know, just kind of let go, and the thing finally crashed. That's what happened. That happened to me on the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle and on the.
I've flown shit that I knew was going to end up breaking more. Like had arm like flexing and shit like that. I'm like, well, it's still flying. I still got packs, man. So I'm sending that shit until that arm breaks off. And then you end up replacing a motor too, because it pulled the wires out of the motor. So shit.
Yeah.
The rest of the way, you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and see, that's what's different between the flying that you and Adam have done and what I've done, because for the most part, when I go out and fly, I just walk out of the back door.
Right.
So when I break something, like when I break something, I just wander back inside and decide if I can fix it or not. Whereas with you, when you guys have gone somewhere to go flying, and you still want to fly.
And still end up fixing shit out there. And that's why I bought a portable soldering iron. It hooks up to a 4S battery so I can fix shit out in the field. I've done that several times hanging out with Adam. Oh shit. And pull the wire real quick. All right, we'll fix it. You know what I mean? Good.
That's really cool to be able to do that. That really is cool, because I got to bring it and put it on my workbench and shit.
We'd be looking shit up on like our phones and whatnot. Okay, how's this go or this or that? Try to fix shit or put shit on beta flight on our phones so that we can actually fix it out in the field or on our computers or laptops or get out there flying for a day. You want to spend the day. You don't want to have to go back home in the middle, even if you only got a few quads with you. That's how it used to be. Now I take like 5 or 6, so I've got something back up, but sometimes that doesn't always work out so well either. Different batteries or this or that, or I'm trying to figure out what to do with my fleet. I gotta change it up or something. Need to put some more new frames in there that are HD ready and decide if I don't know, maybe I'll sell my DJI drone and radio and keep the goggles and just go FPV with them. When I got DJI FPV. Yeah, you can't repair too many digital birds in the field, right? That box is just a replacement. You ain't fixing that box. I'm more analog still though. Most of my anything I can fly is analog because I haven't messed with the DJI FPV to see if it works again with the darn binding. I just finally got it all set back up on the DJI FPV drone. I don't want to bind it and lose all that bind and have to do it all over again.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. You gotta do that.
So I've been like really hating to do it, so I haven't done it yet. I've been telling myself I need to. They've done like 2 updates since then, so 2
I
or 3.
can't believe they haven't come up with a workaround with that.
There should be, but nobody's come up with nothing. I don't know. Unless you could probably find something in a hack somewhere or something like that, but then you're going to avoid the warranty or anything else. I paid the extra for the darn flying more count, or for the warranty on there for being able to return it. So I don't want to kill my warranty. That carry refresh won't be any good anymore. Yeah, 165 to 175 to repair digital. Whereas like analog, we had so many different components we can replace. it might be only 30, 40 bucks versus 175 every time. Camera, 40 bucks. VTX, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. You know, flight controller, 40 bucks. ESC, 50. You know, unless you're frying that damn thing out there and doing a bunch of components, it is a lot cheaper to fly analog.
I think too many people are video snobs, to be honest with you.
Dude, I don't have any problem with putting up the GoPro sessions or anything in the air. You know what I mean?
Well, I
There's
mean,
plenty
that's
of
still
action cameras
HD
out there that
footage.
do good video.
I mean, I see people apologizing for having goggle footage, and I'm like, I love goggle footage because I
DVR
know
is
what
nice.
you were seeing when you were flying. I actually kind of like goggle footage, to be honest
When you
with
put
you.
up a DVR footage and you show somebody that's never seen it before, and you tell them, well, this is a video relay from the drone to the goggles, and then you show them video from the DVR, it actually clicks in their head because you got your OSD up there and everything. It's like, oh, you're like the pilot now.
Yeah.
Just like clicks. And they're like, what do you mean real time? They're like, oh, like, you know, otherwise they don't know what you're talking about. You show them HD video and you're like, well, this isn't exactly, but yeah, it's what I see. You know, it's hard.
I am the Maverick.
Yeah. Kerplunk. The Maverick. Yeah. Just picked up
I tell everybody, man,
receiver.
I tell them all the time when I see people
Camera and VTX will go with it. Yeah.
thinking about doing the FPV gig, and I tell them, man, I'm like, you'll never feel more like a bird. Once you get into air mode and you're flying your goggles, you feel like a damn bird because you can do anything most birds can do. You know what I mean? I mean, I've done shit most birds don't even do. And I know you have too, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've done shit that a lot of birds don't do. They don't do diving buildings or this or that like we do, but I've seen some shit birds do that we probably couldn't try to comprehend doing with a drone. In fight battles and whatnot, attack battles and shit in the air. Holy shit, dude. That's some crazy stuff watching birds attack each other. Just crazy. But yeah, there's so much you can do with a drone, especially in acro mode.
Exactly.
Especially Quad Farm. What's going on, Rob? Good to have you in, brother. I almost sent you a link tonight, but you've been keeping so busy on the farm and whatnot. I figure if I post to Facebook, you'll see it.
Hey, Rob, how are you, brother? Haven't seen you in a Coons age. I don't know where that saying came from, but it's old.
Yeah,
I remember my
Coons hibernate or
grandparents
something?
saying.
I didn't think raccoons hibernated. I thought they were like
I didn't know they lived that long either, but
yeah. What is a coon? Maybe that's it. Maybe
I
that's what it
don't
is.
know
Just a
the
short lifespan
origination of that saying. I don't know why.
Maybe
Another
that's what
one
it
is like one my mom used to always say, somebody that came out of nowhere, she would always say they loomed up like a skunk in the fog. Now, where that came from, I have no idea either.
Yeah,
But
maybe a coon's age is because a coon's lifetime is such a short one. So maybe a coon's age is like, you know, just a short spell. Could be, I don't know.
Somebody just blew my phone up. I don't know who it was. So, okay. So hopefully I won't give you any problems for this next little thing. Oh, never mind. I forgot what it was. Oh, I know what it was. So, I've gone on a couple streams with Adrian. You know, Adrian Mateo drone. So
Adrian
he calls me an old raccoon. He calls me that, or calls me an old possum all the time. And I want to call him a young coon, but somehow that seems politically incorrect.
Well, yeah, because I don't think
So I call him a young possum instead.
I think he's like Cuban or something like that, isn't he?
See what? He's Dominican. He's from the Dominican Republic.
Right.
But it still seemed wrong to call him a coon.
Right. It gotta be politically correct, man. I mean, you know, people take offense easily.
Look, and dude, I suck at being politically correct because see, I mean, I love Archie Bunker. Okay, you know, these are just people that were saying what they thought at the time. What the hell is wrong with that? I hate it that everybody's got so damn sensitive about everything, you know?
Yeah. Novice, take care, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Renegade FPV, yo, what up, brother? Optimized drone.
Oh man. So anyway, there are a couple brothers in here, you know, so they heard all that. Sorry, I did not mean to offend anybody. I'm just an old cracker, as they would say. I've been called that before.
I'm a redskin. I'm not even a cracker.
No, just see, this is the funny thing. This is the funniest thing ever because, like, when Adrian showed up at the meetup in Florida,
right?
Carlos says, "Give him a kiss." So I did. I kissed him right on the neck. I did, and Adrian was freaking out, man. He was like freaking out. Oh, white cooties, white cooties. No, he wasn't like that at all. He was just shocked, you know. He was just shocked, and it was the coolest thing ever. But see, he was just another dude. He was another brother. He was somebody that liked to fly, and that unites us all, man. It has nothing to do. It's just like interest, you know.
Quad Farm says, "I heard the shit
So
food caught up with you, Ed. So you really can't live on beer." Quad Farm's talking to you. Heard the shit food caught up with you, Ed. So you really can't live on beer?
No, I haven't been living on beer. I did try that for about 7 days. It didn't work out too well. That was months ago. But I am drinking beer right now. I will tell you that. So,
Indigo Rhino, what's up, brother?
Indigo, what are you doing? Saltine. Who's Saltine?
Saltine and the cracker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a saltine cracker. I actually have relatives that were cowboys in Central Florida, around Melbourne. They had cattle ranches, and they called them all crackers because they carried whips to help herd the cows. You know, they crack the whip, stuff like that. And everybody tried to make it racist, you know, like, but no, it was just for cow control, you know. But I mean, this is back in the 1800s. Winn-Dixie, the supermarket down here, gets all their beef, Florida beef, from the crackers.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right, Lon. You can't. Look, a lot of people I pissed somebody who I was on somebody stream today, earlier today, and I said something in the chat. And dude, this guy, it's somebody's stream that I have been on before, where I was the only person there. There wasn't nobody else there. I was the only one there. I was giving support. Came in, said some stuff in chat, blah, 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 blah. Gave him a lot of support, and even gave him a $20 super chat or whatever. But today, whatever I said in the comments, man, he just freaked out. Immediately blocked my, put me on timeout. And now he's spouting this shit, and I can't say anything back. I can't even defend myself.
Okay.
It was really weird. I've been to a lot of streams, man, you know, and I joke around with my comments or whatever, you know. So I've always say what you feel is what I do, you know. Just what I do. That's
why
part
I
of my
didn't block
trademark.
Sleeping Bear from the channel when he was in there in the chat and whatnot. Let him talk his piece. He get his word too. It ain't just Carlos. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to play favorites.
I
No,
can't do the politically correct thing. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's taken us. There's no humor anymore. Nobody has any. Yeah, you older guys do, but younger guys, they have no sense of humor. It's all gone away.
What's going on, Bob Gazy?
So I'll shut up. I've been rambling. But
that's okay. I ain't been doing a whole lot.
I get emotional about that kind of stuff, man. I just think it's so wrong because, you know, like it's like Carlos. Well, I lived down in South Florida for like 12 years. I don't know, something like that. And where I worked at, there were all kinds of people of color. You know, there were Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Guatemalans, Nicaraguans. They all spoke some form of Spanish, and they all spoke it really fast around me, and I suspect it so I couldn't catch on and start learning to speak Spanish myself. That was always a conspiracy theory of mine. But anyway, there were a couple Puerto Ricans down there that I really had the hots for, and I called them my freaking rican. And I told them that later, and they appreciated it. You know, that's pretty funny. And I called Carlos a freaking rican. You know, but it's because I love him. You know, it's just a nickname, whatever. You know, he calls me cracker and redneck all the time. You know, so.
Rigger said send them all to Mars on Elon's Magic School Bus. Elon's not the only one doing that. Did you guys hear that William Shatner is going to be on next week, going to space?
Yes.
As the oldest man in a spacecraft so far.
William
Shatner, Captain Kirk, is finally going to fucking space before he's dead.
Yep.
And crazy shit. So there's more than just Elon's chance. I mean, there's lots of opportunity for these fools to get on the bus and get out of here.
It's like he's like 90. He's like 90 years old too.
Yeah.
He's old as shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I like Captain Kirk, Rigger. I did. I always like Captain Kirk. Yeah, Captain Kirk is like Captain Kirk is like Donald Trump. He could be obnoxious as shit all at times, but he still made a pretty good captain. Okay, way I look at it.
He was a good actor all the way around, just not in that as well. He's done a lot of other films and whatnot that he was good
I
in.
want to be beamed up somewhere, Jackrabbit FPV. I really do. I want to go where no man has been gone before. That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, I hope everything's that cool out there on the farm. It looks rather inhospitable to me this time of year.
Dude, the wife was like just in awe of the fucking pictures of the raven and shit, dude. Oh my god, she's so close. I'm like, yeah, the damn thing's like living with them pretty much on the farm.
Okay, now I forgot about the raven thing.
Yeah, the raven's cool.
So
some really cool pictures he put up.
Rob, why don't you come on, Rob? The raven is a very cool story, and I would like to hear more about it.
He's on shit internet out there in the country. Doesn't have a good cellular connection and this and that, so he just comes in and hangs.
All right, so Rob, the closest thing to that I've had, I rescued a pigeon when I was a kid. Well, you know, teenage years, you know, 15, 16, 17, right around there. So this pigeon ended up thinking I was its mother. So I could hold my arm out. He Condor is what I named him, her. But I mean, I took her out every morning. She was free to fly around wherever the hell she wanted to go. And then when it came to be afternoon or anytime, I could just hold out my arm like this, like a falconeer, and say, Condor, Condor. And the damn bird would come down and land on my arm. And we go inside and I'd put her away. And that's where she would roost for the night on the mantle of the fireplace. So the raven is really cool because ravens are incredibly smart birds. Pigeons are not known for their intelligence, but ravens are.
She was up close feeding it and everything, though. Those good pictures. I like those.
I was into. I had read a book about falconry. It was a story about falconry. Oh, so I got this one wild bird, and that was my goal, was to train it to be like a falcon, you know. Not that
Space
the bird its size. He was about blue jay size. Yeah, grackle. Not that he'd be able to go out and hunt for me or anything, but anyway, I'd heard the way to break a bird was to sit with it in the same room, and then the bird has to fall asleep while you're still awake. Well, that I did not meet that part of the task. I fell asleep before the bird did. And then apparently while I was asleep, the bird got thirsty. And there was a glass of water next to my bed, and he decided to lean down to get a drink. And he fell down inside the water glass, couldn't get out, and drowned in that glass of water. So that ended my falconry lesson.
That's some interesting stuff right there. Space Force uniforms meant to capture the vastness of space. Interesting. That's just back in the day with this one world currency and everything else. Reagan was all involved in that, a whole bunch of other people. There's been like all along the way with these behind the scenes shit. There's so much corruption in our government.
Wow, man, that's cool. Pretty cool, Rob, that you managed to nurse it back from that. And no wonder he hangs around. You're his family now, dude. That's a bond that can't be broken. That's cool. I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah,
My mom was big on rescuing animals, and so was I. I mean, I've saved a number of them. Saved an otter, birds, pigeons, even nursed a cardinal back to health. And everybody said, "Oh man, you can't keep a cardinal. It'll die right off the bat," and it lived. You know?
My dad was delivering papers. Left the car door open when he went to go deliver a paper. A group of coons was in the area, and one of the babies climbed up into his car and up under his dash. They couldn't get it out, so he took it home until we could get it out. We had it in a cage for about 2 months and nursed it back and let it go out in the wild.
Yeah, I'd make a lousy hunter because I actually got a hunting license one time. I had a shotgun, and I knew I could never shoot Bambi. I just think it was Bambi the whole time. I'm like, damn, I bet I could shoot a duck. So I got a hunting license. I got a nice shotgun. That's a cool shotgun. It wasn't expensive. But I got my hunting license with a duck stamp. Never went. Never once went. Had I gone and had I actually knocked one out of the sky, oh, it would probably felt bad and cried. I don't know. I'm just an animal lover, that's all. I'm going to have to learn to be vegan if I have to go in the wild to live on my own, you know?
Veterinarian, so we're always nursing animals. That'd be cool. My son's girlfriend wants to be a vet. She's training, doing schooling to be a vet.
Hey, Jackrabbit, what about the like in not the last Star Wars movie, the one before that,
What's going on?
Jedi, I think, and Luke Skywalker is really old now, but he's like this sea cow thing, and he's getting green milk from it. You know what I'm talking about? You remember the green milk thing? You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you, Mike?
No.
So did you see the last Star Wars movie?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. Depends on which one you're talking about. I mean, there were so many Star Wars movies. You mean
the last one, yeah, I know. When I say the last one, that's a bit tricky.
After a while, we watched Star Wars when it was on TV all the time and whatnot. And I think about Star Wars 4 or something like that. I kind of lost track of the Star Wars whole.
Oh yeah, see, this is
Yeah.
I don't think of what number it would be because there's 1, 2, 3. Those were the actually.
There's Star Wars,
4, 5, 6.
Wrath of Khan.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it was and like Star Wars 4 was the last one I watched.
1, 2, 3 came out 4, 5, 6. The Clone Wars and all that shit. Okay, so then a while went by. Okay. Just imagine time passing forth in front of your eyes. And then Rogue One came out. And Rogue One was like a bridge between 4, 5, and 6, or 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. It was between those two.
I just rather read the original.
And it wasn't bad.
I mean, I read the book back in the days before when
And
Star Wars
see,
originally came out. I
never-
got to see it at the theater, kind of shit. You know what I mean? So I lost track after that
I never
because of the flip.
Take medicine.
Alexa,
read
dismiss.
Star Wars as a book, actually. It was always a movie, so Lord knows what I missed because they're always a little different, you know, but anyway, Rogue One was pretty good. I liked it. And then, but so Luke is gone for the most part, whatever. They're old.
My kindergarten
And then
picture.
there's this new chick that comes along.
My kindergarten picture was taken with the Star Wars t-shirt. Fact. Star Wars was my t-shirt that I had
A
on.
New Hope, Empire Strike Back, Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is good.
Yeah.
They take a long. Return of the Jedi is the one I was talking about with the chick. The chick is cool. And that's with the little BB droid, the little round ball with the head that floats around on top of it. It's called a BB unit. But
We're watching
she's pretty
Marcel's
cool.
in here. He's all into them droids. He's been printing droids for years now. Yeah, after the first 3 Star Wars movies, then they come out with the starting it all over and going back to the thing. I've
I know
watched the one and then I was like,
they totally screwed up the
Yeah.
timeline, Mike, with the way they introduced those things.
uh-huh. And knowing that from the book and everything, though, you know, it was like I just seen them slaughtering more and more. I've watched them here and there, but I did never really paid attention much. I wanted to get the whole series as it's out and go in the timeline order as they were supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like start with Luke as the kid, learning how to do the space, you know, start with that one and work it up, or that kind of thing. Do it in the chronological order, not in the order it was put out on TV or video.
The technically what would be the first 3 in the storyline
Are the
were actually 4, 5, and 6 when they released them as movies. And while it gives you a little bit of history into Darth Vader, most of it can be ignored.
Down to 1 quad farm. Oh geez. Yeah, you need to work on something, huh? He says he wants to go fly the Kickatat River Valley or Klickitat. Yeah, I need to find some good scenery to fly and get out on FPV. I've only flown like 4 or 5 packs here at the house since I moved here. And I
Really?
got
Is that all?
area. Yeah, I've been flying the DJIs and shit around, but
Ew.
I've been out riding because, you know, I
Well, that makes sense.
I've been putting on miles, brother.
No,
I've
look,
almost
dude,
got 4,000 miles on the motorcycle since June or May.
I completely get doing the riding thing while the weather is still good, because to go fly a drone, you can go out and freeze your ass off for a few minutes.
Yeah,
you know, to do a pack.
Or go out in the truck and sit in the inside the truck and go fly into it. I still
If you're
got time
on
to
a
fly.
motorcycle, man, the wind chill's so damn bad. I mean, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Quad Farm's having fun on the one wheel these days. He got his whole neighborhood area on one wheels and shit now. He got one, and everybody else is like, oh man. Some of them have built them and everything. Yeah, that's good times, dude. I remember back in the day, somebody getting some new toy in the neighborhood, and everybody else has got to try to do the same. Skateboards were a big thing, you know. Oh, I got a Veriflex. No, man, I got this. And we're all upgrading wheels, and yeah, and one wheels look fun, but I'm afraid I'd kill myself on the damn thing.
Those one wheels do look fun. I'd really like to try one. Carlos tried one down here in Florida when
Yeah,
during the meet.
well, he did the one wheel, and then he did that Johnny's electric bike. The electric bike was pretty cool, but that one wheel, Carlos did try that.
I did the electric bike. I did not do the one wheel.
The electric bike was a beefy one, though, man. It held some weight. And Joe Worship got on that thing and rode it.
Yeah, he did.
That takes some weight. That was a nice little bike. He says he's often healing. Yeah. Oop, treat. They don't turn like a bicycle. You got to think that through. Probably even more so than a skateboard with just the one wheel, because it doesn't turn. Yeah. Ripping the wheels on a one wheel, but never rode skateboards. Cool.
So what are you averaging at night now, Mike? Is it going to be cold as shit where you're at now?
It's only like 60s right now. What's tonight? 62 for the low. We're actually kind of on a jump for the heat. Like Monday, it's supposed to be 81. So, but we've got rain coming through right now. But yeah, we're kind of on a jump. So our low for the week is 62. 61 Tuesday night, and 59 Wednesday, 58 Thursday, 51 again Friday. So yeah, but the highs are going to be like 80s. So it's going to be like a big jump and then drop. Who knows? It's always changing. It's been wet, wet, wet. Like Sunday. So Saturday, it was supposed to be rainy kind of day. And it looked like it was going to be up north more. So I was looking to go on a ride up there and go do a benefit ride kind of thing for a kid with leukemia. And I ended up skipping out on that one and doing the ride over for the birthday ride, which was closer and didn't go up north. And then Sunday, all the rain moved in, and it looked like it was supposed to rain all day. And so I rode over to the turkey run that we were having and hung out there for a little bit, and ended up going on a ride there. And it wasn't really a poker run style, so it was just given a route to kind of take, and it was up to you to go ride for a while and then come back, and everybody drew cards, that kind of thing. So we went with one group. There was only about 8 of us. The main group took off and went on the big ride. So the 8 of us went ahead and took off, and we went north route instead of the south route. And we hit maybe 3 miles that we got a little bit of sprinkling rain. And the other guys caught some of the storm air. They were pretty well soaked when they come back. So we did 94 miles instead of 108 miles. And still went on a ride Sunday, but we missed most of the rain. It worked out pretty well.
Dude, it'll do that here in Florida. Anybody's in Florida will know. I mean,
yeah, it just depended if you were going
a downpour where it floods like 2 miles away from you, but you won't you rain at all.
Well, the route didn't go but like maybe 30 miles radius from the one spot total. You know what I mean? It was mostly like down south and then over and loop back. But it was only a 108-mile route, so it wasn't all that far around, you know what I mean? But just the route that they took and going south, that's where all the rain happened to be through. So we went north instead and missed most of
Dude,
the rain.
I mean, like for me, I've done my share of road trips and stuff like that, just in an old Chevy van, whatever. And so many of them, like, how awesome would this road be with a bike? And I've done a few on a bike. My brother had a what the hell was it? It was a Triumph 650 Bonneville. No, 650 Tiger, excuse me. And so we got that on interstate and did the mountains a little bit, but it was fun. And
I wish they had some mountains to ride through. It's so much flat farmland through here. And we're starting to get some color change. So taking some of the back roads and whatnot, you start seeing a lot more trees and color change. But other than that, unless you're riding the coast, there ain't a whole lot to see in Michigan overall. You go through the
you
center
don't
of
have
Michigan,
you don't have any mountains there.
farmlands. No, we don't
Have
have
you ever done
mountains.
the mountains, Mike?
We got hills. We've got hills. We don't have mountains in Michigan. You know, we don't have none of that.
I don't know, man. I've always had this love affair with the mountains. Really, the Blue Ridge Parkway, stuff like that. North Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee. It's pretty badass. I don't know about the wide open prairie for me. That doesn't seem like my ball of wax. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah, I'd like to get maybe up north in the UP or whatever. There's some more, a little bit higher stuff elevation wise, but down here in the
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's close to you topographically. You know, maybe all
yeah,
you got.
that's it, man. Curvy roads, man. Curvy roads along the coast.
Right?
That's the rides.
Well, the lake riding around the lake, right, has got to be cool, I would think.
Yep. Yeah. Well, going around some of the little lakes, there's lots of lakes to ride around in through Michigan and whatnot. Houghton, Higgins, that all the lakes that run along through where all that flooding just was, which isn't any fun anymore because it's depressing, really, growing up in the area. But yeah, going around the coast and stuff, we've been having some good times, like running up to Mission Point in Traverse City to go to Mission Point Lighthouse. That's all coastline right up against the lake and whatnot. That was fun.
So if you and the old lady think about coming south next year in 2022, it probably wouldn't take you that much out of the way to come through the mountains on your way here.
Oh, I took the mountains on the way down there just last time because GPS kicked me over like in Ohio because of construction. GPS rerouted me and sent me over
you
and
wound
down
up
through
on the West
Virginia and shit
Virginia
all the way down. I've gone all the way down through the mountains, down that way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know, but you did it in the middle of the night. You can.
I didn't do it on a motorcycle though. That's the difference. I want to do it on a motorcycle so you can see more. You're always in a car.
It would be awesome.
It's so much different. Yeah, it'd make you want to fish, right, dude? But big fish in it. So one of the guys, the guys, the lady across the street at the bar that owns it, her boyfriend, him and his buddy just took off a couple weeks ago. They went all the way up to Copper Harbor, down all the way down around to Wisconsin, and then back up around and through and back home. They did almost 1,000 miles over the truck or whatever. They were pushing like 350 miles a day, but they went all the way up to Copper Harbor and back down around. They were heading to the motorcycle museum, the Harley Davidson Motorcycle Museum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin or whatever, but never made it that far, ran out of time.
And you know what sucks, Mike, is I used to do shit like that. I did. But now I no longer have the means and it sucks. So what happened over those years? Because I used to do stuff like that. Go on a road trip, whatever, up to the mountains, camp out for a couple of weekends.
Head down to Florida for a day or a week.
That's sad. And you know, and that's why we get old, Mike, because we stop doing
that, like right? That's why I'm like, man, I ain't got a whole lot of these days left. I'm gonna go out and enjoy some riding. Just got the bike this year, just got my license. I've always wanted to do it. So I'm out living that feel that I've always wanted. I've been able to pack the drone so far, like the Mini 2. I packed in the saddlebags, and I didn't end up using it yet when I took it, but I ended up doing other shit. But yeah, so I'm trying to build up the bike enough so that I can strap some stuff on and be able to take some drones with me and have some fun too. You know,
I think
didn't buy a big old bagger like Jim's got, so I don't have a bunch of like storage space, you know. I can't go do pizza deliveries on my bike.
I think of the places I've made road trips to before, but they were always before I knew anything about drones, before I ever had a drone. And the great footage I could have caught from that, it just blows me away. And when you got the Mini 2, I'm like, man, you know, when I saw you with the Mini 2, that was the first time I thought to myself, man, I wouldn't mind having that as a DJI product.
That thing's so versatile, dude. It's so compact, and it's got great range with the Mini 2. The Mini 1 was,
yeah, I know. That's what I mean. There's no excuse.
So much range.
There's no excuse not to have that with you everywhere you go.
You watch these the moto vlog channels and shit, they got drones in them, and a lot of them are flying the minis and stuff like that because they're small and compact to fit right in the saddlebags easy. I mean, I ain't even got to take the case. It's so durable. I can put it in the saddlebags and just pack lightly around it. It's plenty safe in there. You know, it's nice having it in the backpack thing, but it's only a little half backpack. That'd be easy to strap on the bike just the same.
The package is tiny, man.
Yep. Hitchhiked across Canada in younger years. So my stepdad used to go back and forth between Michigan and California, hitchhiking back and forth. He'd just like help with loads on trucks and whatnot, catch a ride with a trucker, help him unload, get him a little bit further along the way, things like that. He traveled back and forth when my mom met him back in the day. Travel all over California on bicycles back in them days. So got us kids into bicycling and shit. Being on two wheels is no different for me. The only difference is I got a motor to push me around now. I ain't got to pedal that shit. I've been on two wheels for years. Wow, where's everybody else at? I don't see the regulars coming in yet, Ed.
I don't know.
What happened with Carlos? He changed up and got his trio, and they ain't been around a whole lot either.
Was Carlos even in here?
I haven't seen him tonight, no. I have not seen Carlos in here at all tonight.
I thought I saw Joan Psyche, that was it.
Oh, you did see Joan Psyche? I didn't see Joan Psyche come in.
Hey, Marcel.
I didn't see Joan Baum come in yet. The Three Stooges.
They are the Three Stooges.
I'm telling you, man, they're comical as shit.
Hey, Jody, drone shot.
Our
He's
teachers
been here
used to
before.
call that
I'm
ass
sorry,
clown.
I have been laxing.
What's going on, Jody?
I don't know if I'm doing well or not, Marcel. I feel pretty good as far as pain goes. I don't have any pain. I've never had any pain, actually. Well, my neck, whatever. whatever, but I've had those pains for years.
Marcel, you going live at 9?
So, you know, most of my shit is I'm just kind of numb. I stumble around all the time and got no balance. But other than that, I can still type. I can fly too. I haven't flown since August the 10th, but I can still fly. It's not quite as smooth as that used to be, but I can still fly. I just haven't felt like it, man, and that sucks. And I need to get out and fly, and I know it'll be good therapy, so I need to do all that. But
yeah, I seen you said you were moving your room around, Marcel, so I wasn't sure if you're still planning on going live. We'll get off of here about 9 o'clock, so everybody can go hang out at Marcel's or wherever. I don't want to hold anybody up too much. The wife should be done with her stream by then, I think. I need to go get me another Coke, though. I haven't drank since Sunday.
Oh, good for you, man. That's like
man, you saw what the meds do to me. Them blood thinners and alcohol.
I went for a week, man.
Fucking put me to sleep, dude. I was pretty trash though. I went to the bar, dude. We were doing motor oil shots at the bar. So motor oil. Let me think about it. It's Jägermeister, 1 ounce, a ½ ounce of peppermint schnapps, a ½ ounce of Goldschlager, and a ½ ounce of Malibu coconut rum. That's what motor oil is. We did like 2 or 3 of those. Jaeger bomb, plus 2 drinks. Then I came home and thought I was going to drink a whole pint on blood thinners and shit. Yeah. Anyway, I hadn't drank a whole lot lately, you know, and I felt here. Yeah, I haven't drank since Sunday.
So you threw up a little, Rob? Just a little. You didn't throw up the entire compound. Dude, managed to hold some of it down.
One of the guys at the bar, he's like, well, what's the nastiest shot you've ever had or you can think of to have at a bar? So we're like, well, I was like, you ever have a cement mixer? That's a pretty nasty damn shot right there. He's like, no. I'm like, well, so we got looking on Google and we come up with a page that said 10 of the worst shots you don't want to order at a bar. And dude, they got like shots with like Jägermeister and mayonnaise or some shit. It's like, what? Yeah, some bad shots. That wasn't a bad shot. The motor oil wasn't a bad shot, but we didn't use Goldschlager because they didn't have any at the bar. So we supplemented with Fireball. Yeah, Fireball or whatever.
It's about the same thing.
Yeah, it's about the same. It's a little bit sweeter taste than the Goldschlager, but yeah, it's all the cinnamon schnapps either way.
And no gold flake.
Yeah, no gold flake in it. It wasn't a bad shot though. We ended up having multiple. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had my share of both of those 2 poisons. That's why I usually stick to beer.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a beer drinker, so the liquor kicked in a lot faster than I thought. With the shots and everything, though, there was still like that much left in the pint the next morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't finish that fucker off. I called in the next day, told the boss, I said, yeah, I got silly and drank on blood thinners, and I'm still kind of feeling it this morning. I didn't go to bed till 4. That's when I got up off the computer. I couldn't believe Bill left me going for what, 45 minutes to an hour. He left me up there on his fucking camera. Just sitting there looking like I had fucking snoring away.
So, you know, Dom Perignon is supposed to be like the cat's ass for champagne or whatever. So Rob says only Dom for me. I'm like, dude, I had Dom Perignon. I have had Dom Perignon. I was not impressed. Tasted like this to me. Give me a drink, damn it. I don't know. Or beer.
He said he's never had it, truth be told, Ed. Dos Equis, thank you.
You never had it either, Rob, Rigger. Mark. I had to get my name straight. I was mixing you up with Quad Farm.
Yeah.
No, I've had it once and I was not impressed. I like the cheaper wine, cheaper champagnes, sparkling wines, if you will. I like many of them better than I ever liked Dom. I mean, Dom was like, you pay $90 a bottle for this shit? So who's the idiot here?
Yeah.
I mean, like
I
some
never
of
got
like,
into expensive whiskey.
they have some specialty bottles of Jim Beam out there, I think, Mike.
Been
And maybe
pushing all kinds.
12 years instead of 8 or whatever, but expensive and not a nice drink. And worth a penny you pay for them, you know.
Yeah, well, that's like you go to the store and you try to get some regular whiskey, like 5-star or this or that. You're paying like what, $5, $6, $7 maybe a pint. You go to get Jim Beam and it's 11 something a pint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a mid-dollar bourbon really compared to your standard that's out there. So it tastes good. I do like the 12-year aged is really good. I don't like the Ghost. If you've never had, that's a white bourbon, so it's clear like clear alcohol. For some reason, clear alcohol always treats me bad. I get headaches and acidity kind of reflex going with white liquor. But I love me some moonshine, and I do love me some Everclear too. So don't get me wrong, I will drink it.
Yeah, well, I've had a few experiences with Everclear.
I will drink, but yeah, I don't know. I did beer a long time, and we do shots and beer, and mix and match all the way, and never had much of a problem. But I got away from the beer and went to straight bourbon many years ago.
I'll tell you right now, Mike. I do beer for the most part because for me, it's self-regulating. Because my scrawny little ass, there's almost so much beer I can consume in a particular period of time. Whereas with mixed drinks, first mixed drink I'd make, normal proportions,
Keep drinking.
Then the next one it'd be stronger, and the next one would be stronger after that.
Blast the taste.
You know it, you're just adding enough mixer to give it some color, and that's about it,
But see, when you do just alcohol like I do, though, it becomes more like you start that way, and then it gets strong. I know I can do a pint tonight. If I just drink a pint, I can have no problem with a pint. I get up in the morning, I'm fine. If I buy a fifth, I'll try to do the whole fucking fifth. I don't know. I mean, I can tell myself, okay, we're only going to drink half of this. That's just over a pint and a half. I'm usually getting pretty off. Yeah, but I'll drink it in like 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like slamming beers for a good 5-6 hours, slamming them down, drinking a case in 5 hours, that kind of shit. Well, I need a Coke. That's what I need tonight. Coca-Cola. So Ed, entertain some more, brother. I
What do
say
you
some
want me
more.
to do now?
The same thing you've been doing for the last hour.
Jump up and down?
No, that's probably not a good thing.
Hey, 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 everybody. I hope everyone is having a good night tonight. I don't know what the hell Mike's doing, but I'm just saying it's a pleasure to see all your smiling faces here, although I can't see your smiling faces. So why don't everybody that's here just put up a smiley face in the chat. My mouth is a little numb, okay? I can't imagine why. This is Ed just being Ed. I want to tell some stories. I told a tax story today. You might like that, Bob. So I gotta finish editing it, okay? Then we'll put it up and we're gonna take wagers on how long it will take the Internal Revenue to start beating on my door. This could be an interesting experience. And hey, what I got to lose, you know? Oh, you're gonna give me 3 hots and a cot? I'm cool with that, I think. As long as I can get, as long as I have access to my YouTube account. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm currently in a battle with Social Security. Start sending me some money, damn it. I'm an old prick and I don't need to work anymore. I got a few smiley faces out there. That's cool. Hey, Jim, Above and Beyond Drones. Jackrabbit FPV. Marcel, thank you for that kind comment. Rigor Mortis, my brother out there in the vast wastelands of, what the hell is it? Is it Washington State? No, that's Rigor Mortis in British Columbia. I was thinking about Quad Farm. Rob, who is in Washington State or something like that. Bob is in New York. Jackrabbit is stuck down here in Hades and Florida with me. Fine Neil, I believe he's in. Where are you, Fine Neil? I know you're in Canada. I know you're north of the border, but I don't know if it's Ontario or Quebec. You're pretty close. You're pretty close to Marcel, aren't you, Rigger? Ontario. And see, I'm trying to think of where Ontario is. So Ontario borders on Quebec, right? That's right, next door, but further inland, where it's even fucking colder than it is in Quebec. Because the closer you get to the middle of Canada, the colder it gets. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then Rigor Mortis is over in British Columbia, as is Marcel, where they get the Pineapple Express. And for years, my brother told me, because he always had this thing about going to Canada, and he actually supposedly, I think it was a swindle, but had land in Quebec. But he had always talked about British Columbia because of the weather was always warmer, aka the Pineapple Express, which Rigor Mortis has explained to me more times than once. Are you back now, Mike?
No, I'm not back.
Okay.
Alfred, what's going on? Alfredo.
Alfredo Montero. So I look like I've been attacked. I have long pants on today, but I was wearing shorts, and Alfred sucked with his claws.
Oh.
And when I had the shorts on, I could see, man, there's all these scratches across my legs. Look like I've been self-inflicting myself with wounds or something. You just have dogs, Mike. You don't have cats.
Yeah, I got dogs. My dogs are easy.
No, the dogs can't scratch you up either, but
No, he's pretty lazy these days. He used
they're
to.
not.
He used to
Well,
love the roughhouse, dude. He used to love
they're,
roughhouse, and he'd tear my arms to shit.
they're less likely to want to climb up into your lap. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, even at 55 pounds, he still wants to be a lap dog. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a heavy ass dog to have coming into your lap. I'll tell you that.
He takes up the whole lap. It's like,
Like Alfred would climb up on me and like, get the heck out. What makes you think I want your ass on me, you know? First of all, it's hot. It's cool in the wintertime because it kind of warms you up a little bit, but we ain't
those
got
dogs will
there.
warm you up.
Florida.
Them dogs will cuddle with you. You lay down on the floor, even on the bed. Like I took a nap today, and he's up there laying on the bed right next to me. As long as there's space for them, they're up there usually. Unless they think they're missing out on something elsewhere in the house, and then they'll be like up and down, wandering around, checking on things. But
I'd like to say hello to these other guys that are in here, Mr. JRC, Bob
Mr. J just
Casey.
finally came in.
Blind Neil's been here for a while, you know. They've all been here for a while, but they've been traveling. But I don't know, it's just cool that they're hanging out with us, you know.
Right.
And where the hell is Adam? I want to see Adam. I want to say
I
hello
don't
to Adam.
know. I haven't even gotten a response back in Facebook Messenger if they're going to come onto the stream tonight. So I don't know. He's probably working again. Probably just got out of work at 8. It's nasty, foggy, rainy, drizzly. Yeah, it's nasty outside. It's supposed to be that way all night. The rain's supposed to hit us at like 10 tonight and go throughout tomorrow. Saturday's supposed to be a little rainy. I think Sunday might be some rain. I think Saturday was thunderstorms for us.
So, John, I forget where you were at, Mr. JRC. I know where Drone Days is. He's in New York. You're two people, man, I really want to meet one day. I mean, I got Bob Casey out of the way, but I didn't really spend much time with him. So I'd like to have some more Bob Casey time, but I'd like to have some more night train time too, because I think we had a good time.
I'd rather spend time with Bob Casey around his house, not in Florida, though.
I agree. I agree with that. I would love to. I would love that. Bob lives in the woods, man. I love the woods. Right. I'm all about the woods, dude.
Yeah, he lives in the good country. Yeah.
And I mean, I can't tell you how much that's been my dream, you know.
Ohio doesn't sound very entertaining, Ed. I'm just saying. I don't know if you've been to Ohio, but Ohio.
I have been to parts of Ohio that were beautiful. I have been to parts of Ohio that were completely horrible too. So.
You know why all the trees in Michigan lean to the south, don't you?
No.
Because Ohio sucks.
Okay, well that makes sense. No, was it Cleveland Browns?
Yep.
I stood on that football field after they had redone it. We went there.
World's
When did we
record
go there? We
paintball
went there
game.
for a race. We went there for a kart race.
Wilkes-Barre, Ohio. There you go. That sounds
And
fun. World
went and
record
saw the
paintball game.
Football Hall of Fame and that shit. But the part of Ohio that I remember going to was very pretty.
75 is just like flat all the way through Ohio. And it's so long, dude. It's just one long straight run through Ohio down 75.
I mean, and here's the deal, okay, like
taking a bus from North Carolina to Michigan on a Greyhound, it takes 24 hours. It's only a 13-hour drive to, but
and
taking
that
a
was
bus,
probably
it's
the
24 hours
express
because
route.
you zigzag back and forth.
Yeah.
So we come all the way up and did the thing where we come in at 23 into Michigan or whatever. And you actually get some decent areas through there, through that route, because it's taking the back roads to drop all these side routes off, It was a lot better on a Greyhound than it was just driving through Ohio, and on 75 is just long, boring. Drive by yourself to Florida. So from my house to Ed's, it was around 20 hours, something like that. And then from Ed's down to where we met Drone Worship was like another 2 hours almost. So it ended up being like 22 and a half hours, 23 hours almost that I drove straight through. Yep, no stops on the way down. On the way back, I dropped off Ed and got just before I got out of Florida, I crashed at a rest stop for about 4 hours and then drove the rest of the way back in the morning. Yeah.
So, in other words,
it was a hell of a ride.
So, in other words, you had not had any sleep between the time you left and the time you picked my ass up?
Yeah, no sleep between my house and Ed's. Well, no sleep between my house and Dan.
All right. So, just to let everybody know, I did not know when you were going to make it through. You sent me updates here and there, but I didn't know how early it was going to be. So I waited up, didn't get any shut eye to speak of. I just was making sure I was ready so that when Mike came,
yeah, because Ed found out the morning I left. Ed was like, "All right." He found out as I was leaving.
Just like that. So anyway, we get back out on the road, and Mike's looking at his GPS thingy. And right off the bat, he decides to go up and exit ramp from the interstate. I'm like, whoa, don't turn in there, no.
One way fucking non-marked.
Yeah. So needless to say,
yeah,
I did not snooze in the passenger seat on the rest of the way down because I was making sure Mike wasn't going to kill both of us. But he did fine. He did fine. It was just that one moment when he started to go up the exit ramp. That kind of rattled me a little bit,
I was just ready to get back on the road, and GPS was like slower than the area or something, and fucking had me turning, and it was supposed to be the other side of the bridge instead of that side of the bridge, and it wasn't well marked. And I'm like, I was like, no. I'm like, oh, no worries.
The funny thing is that
there's no traffic at that time.
When we got to the rust area and we finally met up with Dan during worship, man, I had to use the bathroom so bad, so I had to go. and when I opened the door, a light came on and shit, and the dinging happened. I'm like, oh man, fuck. And you're still snoozing there. I'm like, oh shit, thank God I didn't wake his ass up.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get back in the
Ed didn't want to go wake me up. He wanted me to sleep. He hung out up at the front, up there by the building at the darn rest area. He
I was
just chilling out
freezing
there,
my
having a
ass
cigarette,
off.
chilling, watching, enjoying the morning. He didn't want to wake me up.
I was freezing my ass off, too.
Yeah. It
I
was a
felt
cold
so
morning.
stupid, man. I was so completely unprepared. It was ridiculous. It was colder down there than it was in St. Augustine, where I just come from.
I think I did some of those like Starbucks double shots or something like that on the way down. But other than that, yeah, it was strictly nicotine and caffeine and some weed. I had plenty of that
See,
on the way.
you were on a mission, Mike. That's what it was. You
Yep,
were on
I was just going. Brought home 2 new kinds of weed. Can't complain. Right. Nice. Yeah, we got the hookups going on.
Say hello to Naomi for me, Quad Farm, and that wonderful little child of yours, whose
That
name
was
I can't think of right now.
quite
Damn
an
it.
adventure. I've done that shit before though. I mean, like during the summers when I had my kids home and whatnot, I was paying child support and I had 2 daughters down in
What
York,
is the
South
name of it?
Carolina. So we'd do like a weekend run. We'd go down from Michigan, we go drive down, pick them up, and then drive back over a weekend, like 2 days. So we're used to that. I don't mind doing the long drives, but I probably pushed myself a little bit there, but the adrenaline kept me going until I got there. The ride back was just like, oh man, it was so slow and laggy though. I was so tired from the weekend and being outdoors the whole time, sleeping in the back of my car. Yeah, it wore me out. Hashtag worth it though. I met some cool people
Okay,
down there.
just for the record, I remembered Quad Farm, Rob and Naomi's daughter's name, and it's Rebel. Hi, Rebel. Love you, Rebel. I think it's Rebel. It's not Rebel,
Strawberry
is it?
shortcake. Golden
I
pineapple.
was trying to think of her name. It was pissing me off because I couldn't think of her name. I suck at names, but I remembered Rebels because Rebels cool. That's cool, Rob. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I mean, Rob, you have an awesome family, dude. And there's somebody else's whose family that who is that? Oh, it's Rigor Mortis. Mark, Darcy, Ainsley, and Ruby. They've done some live flies with me, and they're just freaking awesome. I love them to death. It's just like I love you and Rebel and Naomi. You know, you've done some of the live flies with me too. We're like family, dude.
No problem, brother. I knew it'd be easy for me to find. Last time I knew you were using mobile, that'd be tougher. So when asked, I tried to help out. Yeah. Mr. J, how's that new drone of yours treating you, man? You liking that or what? You got the new Altel Mini, I think it is. Been flying it. On that mushy note, gotta go smoke some drugs. That's right, medicate, brother. Medicate. If your head ain't straight, it just don't work out. We's gonna be off of here in about 12 minutes or so anyway. Marcel's gonna go live, I think, and do some game night or something, and who knows? He's been over there playing
Yeah,
all
I
kinds of
can't
different
really,
games over there.
I can't really watch people playing games.
They're doing that darn drone battle or whatever it is over there on Velocidrome the one night. That was pretty fun watching them chase each other around. Yeah. Sounds like the wife's got company. Where she's on the phone on speaker. I don't know what it is. I think it's on her phone. I don't know.
Well, Rob, it sounds like you've been the most productive one of the evening, actually.
Yeah.
Reading that comment.
Playing WoW with the wife. That's and I wish my wife would have gotten into some gaming. I used to play hours and hours on World of Warcraft, dude. Lots of time on there. ESO too. Yeah. I quit playing games quite a while ago. I
You
got into
know,
quads
that's
and
still
then I
that's
picked up like other hobbies.
that's still one of my favorite videos. I can't remember when I first saw that, but it's one of Quad Form's a video. It's like a video from like 3 freaking years ago. But he comes in, he's like doing a vlog or whatever, like, you know, working with the goat farm and all that. And
I
he
know which
comes
video
into
you're talking.
the house to relax and sit down, and he sets his hat down on between his legs, you know. And then all of a sudden, the hat raises up, and it's got Naomi is wearing the hat. You know, like, well,
Not
I'll
even
just let
seeing the
your
video now.
imagination run wild with that. It was just so funny. It just cracked me up, and she's such a great sport to do that. It was funny.
I'm trying to find it myself, but I'm not seeing
I
it
wish I
right.
had an easy link to that because I put the link up right now in a heartbeat.
Do you
You
know
don't
the
have
name
to
of
watch.
do
You
you
don't
remember
have
the
to
name of
watch
that one,
like.
Quad Farm? What's the name of that video where you
I
did
don't
that?
have any clue.
That's why I was asking Quad Farm.
Oh,
I don't remember which one it is either.
ouch! Fucking cat. Anyway, it's pretty damn hilarious. So.
I know I've seen it, but it's not showing. Like I can't remember which one it is.
It's back a ways, man. It's not recent. And
Yeah,
Rob hasn't put out much lately. But I mean, even 2 years ago, it was not considered recent, you know. So it goes back there. Oh yeah, it was something to do about fecal exams. You're right, Rob. I remember that now. Something about the chicken turds or something. Hey,
feeding with
Mika
poop
Steve,
tea.
good day. Good day, mate. Mika Steve is from the land down under. Buddy Aussie. Oh, there's the link.
Are they gonna play with us now? Huh?
And you know what, Rob? I don't think I learned anything about chicken fecal matter during that video. I really don't think I learned anything at all. It wasn't exactly instructional. Cat, what do you want? feel like taking clippers to the cat claw.
Back to work. Oh. That shit's fucking hilarious, dude. No, Naomi's such a good sport too.
He is. He absolutely. You have to be to hang out with Rob all these years.
Oh, dude. Don't get me started. Rob's told me to move on over. Yeah.
Plenty of fertilizer, yeah. No doubt. All right, well, I've had about all the fun I can take.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we got like 5 minutes to 9, so we might as well call it. We got 16 current viewers though, Ed. They're like enjoying us.
That's pretty cool. I can't imagine.
Sure, what? Mecha Steve, good eye.
Well, I mean,
Boy,
you know,
boy, boy.
basically we're just friends, all friends catching up, you know, just catching up on.
That's what the Hangouts was always for, though. We never had one where everybody could interact, join the channel all the time and whatnot back when I started this. And it was a chance for us to be able to get together and just hang out. You know, that's why we pay for the Zoom, to have it open panel so people can join and get on here and share and everything else. Free for all kind of thing. Now Adrian tries to do that too, and Jim's channels like that. And now there's all kinds of stuff where we get to hang out and chat all the time. And seems like it gets kind of boring sometimes. But this is all more FPV and like that. I don't try to do topics and things like that. And we just try to have it fun, man.
Well, I mean, I like to think that we have a little bit more perspective on things in a way, you know. And so many of those other guys are just into what editing software you use and how to set your camera and stuff like that. And yeah. But here it's just the people that love to fly for the love of flying.
Yep.
And sometimes they don't fly, sometimes they crash, whatever, but we all share our tales of woe here.
I think a lot of things have changed with the pandemic as far as people flying or this or that. Some people couldn't get out.
I guess.
We're still not back to like normal times where we can just go do whatever the hell we want sometimes, you know. I mean, look at them down in Australia, worried about lockdown this or lockdown that.
Oh, no doubt.
Poor Micah Steve goes over to go visit his buddy across the country and ends up getting stuck over there for 2 weeks. And then he's got to lock down for 2 weeks. He like killed a month off just to go visit somebody, you know?
Well, I mean, first of all, I mean, it's even been way different for you, Mike, because I know in Michigan, they locked your ass down for a while, too.
Yeah, they had us all kind of like a couple of weeks where we couldn't even leave the house pretty much.
For the most part, Florida's been open.
I mean, now they're starting to be like, you know, vaccinate and this and that and the other thing. And when they start shutting businesses down because you're not vaccinated, it'll be stupid.
Even before the vaccines were out, okay, I was running around St. Augustine and, yeah, I had a mask.
Yep.
But I only wore it when I felt obligated to do so.
We'll never be the same again in this country.
I know, they won't let it be the same again because it doesn't fit their freaking narrative and it pisses me off. So I'm not going to get political, I promise that.
Right.
But I just think, I mean, I see people outside, out in the clear blue sunshine, nice little breeze blowing, and they're wearing a mask. I'm like, what the hell? I watched the darn
commercial the other day, watching for like football or something like that, was winding up, and they showed this like 10 people standing around, rah, 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 and one girl in the middle's got a mask on.
Yeah.
Girl, don't you know you're around 10 people to do it? It ain't doing you no damn good at that point.
I've
It's
been
like,
I've
why?
been saying this since the get-go, and that is you can run, but you can't hide.
That's right. Refuse.
And it's gonna
People
it can
comply.
find you one day. And hopefully you've already got a whiff or two and your body's already made some immunity to it.
Told them I
If
wouldn't
you've
take the
gotten a
vaccine when they
vaccine,
hospitalized me. They asked if I was going to get it. And I said, nope, I don't want it. They said, even if all else, I said, nope, don't want it. So what
you
did they
know
do?
what
They stuck me on the damn floor with the COVID patients.
you know
Oh,
what's weird,
shit.
Mike? Okay, you know what's really weird to me, Mike, is that when I went into the hospital for the stroke shit, like, I don't know, June 26th, June 27th, something like that, couple 3 months ago. No one, okay, when they wheeled you around the halls for a test or whatever, you wore a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Once you were in your room, it was
mask.
all over.
But they never once in my hospital bed said, oh, we're going to give you a COVID test. They never did that.
They asked me if I wanted it. I said no.
They never.
Well, they gave me a COVID test. They gave me a COVID test before I left ER to go get admitted into the
Okay.
hospital.
Well, I'm not disputing that they did that with you, but they never gave
keep
me
up the nose quick test. That's all they did. So they didn't check to see if I was carrying, just that I was positive at the time. You could still be a carrier and be asymptomatic or whatever and pass that along just the same. But because it came up negative, they treated me just like I had not had it. And you know what I mean? But I could have had it. That nose test doesn't tell you if you've had it before or not.
No, that's what.
And you can still be carrying that symptom to the next person. So their shit's all fucked up. All right, that's too political.
Me off because I'm pretty sure I had it, but it's just a feeling. I don't know. I don't have
the hub of pathogens. Correct, Quad Farm. Stay away from the hospitals, people. Go hang out with your local bums. You're better off. Just saying.
Yeah.
You don't see them hanging out at the hospital, do you? There's a reason.
I know, Rob. Rob, I was thinking that same shit when I went there, man.
I think we're going to end the show there just for Quad Farm. Is go hang out with your local bums, guys. Don't go to the hospital. Stay away from all the places that want you to wear a mask.
Dude, they did nothing for me. When I went to the hospital, all they did
get outside, dig in the dirt, get dirty. There's where you're going to get healthy people.
Run some expensive ass tests. It didn't make me any better.
There's the bum.
Anything. They didn't do a damn thing.
See, we talk about bums and look, there's Polly. I resemble that remark. All right, guys. We're going to end the stream tonight. Call it a night. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Good to see y'all. Good chatting with everyone. We're going to see if maybe next week Adam will come on. I know next week I get to go for the weekend up north. The wife leaves for Texas, I think Friday. She boards a plane and goes to Texas for a week. So next Thursday, I'll be home alone. Ooh, party night. Just got to make sure I pick her up in the afternoon Friday and we're good to go. So we'll see you all around the web. Happy flying, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy, people.
All right, later, everybody.